Hello everyone, welcome to this YouTube channel, a channel for amazing facts and information. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 10 places to visit in 2021. Watch this video till the end so you don't miss any place worth seeing, and make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our future uploads. Travel has been conspicuously absent from most of our lives during 2020. Often taken for granted as a pastime that was so ingrained it would never be eradicated from our lifestyles, we suffered a collective sadness as global travel became fraught with difficulties and unattainable for many. It feels like an age since we were able to enjoy the exhilaration of stepping off a plane in a new country, unsure of what the next few days will bring. As we start to look forward to what lies ahead with the excitement of travel corridors, travel bubbles, and restrictions being lifted, the optimism is making a comeback as we kickstart our love for all things wanderlust. So yes, it's time to start planning a holiday in 2021. You can be certain that you can book with confidence when thinking about your next flight, cruise, rail, or road trip, as destinations are taking extra health and safety precautions for the well-being of their travelers. With a world full of fascinating destinations, choosing the perfect vacation spot can present a challenge. We used expert opinions, reader votes, and current trends, and evaluated sites, cultures, scenic beauty, food scenes, and more to compile this list of the world's best places to visit in 2021. Here are the top 10 places to visit in 2021. Number 10. Blue Lagoon, Iceland. The Blue Lagoon is a rare geothermal spa in Iceland located between Reykjavik and Keflavik International Airport in the heart of a lava field on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Even for Iceland, which is famous for its strange and curious landscapes, the Blue Lagoon, with its milky-white quiet waters, is a bizarre sight. The lagoon is man-made and fed by water from the Svartsengi, a nearby geothermal power plant. Actually, the water that comes to the spa has a few jobs to do before being used for beauty and relaxation. Superheated water is channeled from underground near a lava flow and is then used to run turbines and generate electricity. After passing through the turbines, the hot water and steam pass through a heat exchanger and provide hot water for a city water heating system. Only then is the water fed into the lagoon for medicinal and recreational purposes. Number 9. Victoria Falls, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Victoria Falls, aptly named Mosi-oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders, by locals is a breathtaking spectacle of incomparable beauty and majesty. The largest water curtain in the world, this enormous waterfall on the Zambezi River on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe can be heard from 40 kilometers away, as the waters of the normally placid Zambezi River plummet over the edge of the wide basalt cliff into the magnificent gorge 100 meters below. Across the falls is a basalt wall of the same height covered with dense jungle, offering magnificent views of the main falls. And the number of continuous falls as the water zigzags through the series of gorges. Number 8. Krabi, Thailand. Krabi is a lively resort town on the Andaman coast in southern Thailand. This very old settlement, now overtaken by tourism, has been shaped by limestone karsts jutting out of the dense mangrove forest and surrounded by vast sandy beaches. One of the city's most popular destinations is Tiger Cave Temple, a Buddhist temple perched on a hilltop that can be reached by climbing a lot of stairs, but the views are worth the effort. Rising out the water is Khao Kanab Nam, two slanting hills that form a popular local landmark. Busy and noisy, Krabi is best known as the gateway to the magnificent Andaman Sea Islands and national parks that can be reached by ferries and boats. Number 7. Geiranger Fjord, Norway. In the land of hundreds of magnificent fjords, Geiranger is considered Norway's most beautiful. A spectacular creation by glaciers, this fjord is about 15 kilometers long and 1.5 kilometers wide at its widest part. With almost vertical mountainsides and no habitable coast, the occasional abandoned mountain farms bear witness to the relentless efforts of humankind to conquer nature and gain a foothold. The most popular way of seeing the fjord is by ferry, but kayaking is as much fun. You will pass by spectacular waterfalls that thunder down the steep mountain cliffs, creating a permanent veil of fog and endless rainbows. Another way of seeing the fjord is by taking the famous Trollstigen Road, built in 1936 in an amazing feat of engineering. Number 6. Fiordland National Park, New Zealand. According to Maori legends, the 14 fjords that form Fiordland National Park were created by a giant stonemason named Tu Te Rakiwanoa, who cut out the deep valleys with his enormous adzes, which is as good an explanation as any for one of the most spectacular corners of the world, occupying over 1.2 million hectares at the southwestern end of the South Island of New Zealand. Huge granite mountains are dotted with emerald lakes, dense rainforests, and animals that do not exist anywhere else. Walking through Fiordland, it is easy to imagine the world as it looked thousands of years ago. Number 5. Bora Bora, French Polynesia. Far, far away in the vast South Pacific lies a dreamlike island with a dormant volcano at its heart, covered by thick jungle, surrounded by an emerald necklace of tiny sand-fringed islands that form a turquoise lagoon hiding rich coral reefs and thousands of colorful fish. As you spot this magical place while landing in a small plane from nearby Tahiti, you become aware that you are reaching one of the most beautiful islands in the world, where luxury resorts compete with lavish nature to fulfill your every wish. Many people come to Bora Bora on their honeymoon to snuggle in one of the many thatch-roofed romantic villas perched over the water, where room service is delivered by canoe. There is no place more romantic and more extravagantly beautiful than Bora Bora. Number 4. Niagara Falls, USA, Canada. Niagara Falls are 3 massive waterfalls that form the border between Canada and the United States. The falls are located on the Niagara River between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. The falls were formed at the end of the last ice age when the water from the Great Lakes broke through the Niagara Escarpment on the way to the Atlantic Ocean. The falls are a hugely popular tourist destination and have attracted honeymooners, families, and daredevils of all kinds, from those who went down the falls in a barrel to those who stretched a wire over the falls and walked across it. Number 3. Oia, Santorini, Greece. Located on top of a cliff with a spectacular view of the Peleia volcano, Nea Kameni, and the island of Thracia, Oia is the most popular and arguably the most beautiful of all the picturesque villages of the Greek island of Santorini. Only about 11 kilometers from Fira, on the north of the island, Oia will charm you with its traditional stone houses lining the narrow streets, breathtaking blue-domed churches, and sun-baked verandas. Stroll through the village's small port of Amudi by descending 300 steps down the cliff, or visit colorful galleries showcasing art from the many artists who fell in love with the village and made it their home. Oia, Santorini is considered by many one of the prettiest places in the world. Number 2. Lake Bled, Slovenia. If you glimpse Lake Bled in Slovenia from one of the distant mountaintops, you will be convinced that you are seeing some magical, lost fantasy world of dragons and knights. A vivid emerald green lake with a tiny island in the middle with a church perched on its cliff and an ancient medieval castle clinging to its slopes, hugged on all sides by enormous mountains, snow-topped and covered with dark, green, ancient forests. Lake Bled is just as beautiful as you get closer and is a popular Slovenian tourist destination that attracts those seeking romance on Bled Island, visitors enjoying a leisurely hike around the lake or rowing its placid waters, and young adventurers exploring the steep hiking trails of the surrounding Julian Alps and the Karavanki Mountains. Number 1. Grand Canyon, USA. The Grand Canyon is a steep, 1-mile deep, and up to 18-mile wide gash in the fabric of the world, an immense gorge carved by the Colorado River over the last 5,000 years. There's a reason more than 5 million people choose to visit the Grand Canyon each year. It's one of the most magical destinations on the planet. Its sheer size is breathtaking, and although you can see only a small portion of it even from the best vantage point, its geology and its age fire the imagination. The layers of colorful rock show the passage of time, and some of the rocks at the bottom are 1.8 billion years old. Most people limit their visit to the breathtaking views from the southern rim. Some of the most popular viewpoints are Yavapai Observation Station, Mary Coulter's Lookout Studio, and Mather Point. That was it for this video. We've now covered the 10 places to visit in 2021. Which one was your favorite? Tell us in the comments below. As always, please don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Take care.